myself Dr. Vishwamur Mohanty. Today we shall discuss the uh, critical angle and total internal reflection. So what is critical angle? We'll discuss the critical angle and total internal reflection. Suppose a ray of light, so this is a denser medium, let us take the water, and this is air. When the ray of light traveling from denser medium to rarer medium, you know that it goes away from the normal. It goes away from the normal. It goes away from the normal, you know. So when the ray of light traveling from the denser medium to rarer medium, it goes away from the normal, and this is the angle of incidence, and this is the angle of refraction. And you know that when suppose this is a ray of light mu, a ray traveling from the water to air, this is air medium. So water to air, that is equal to sin I divided by sin R. This is refractive index or mu water with air with respect to water, if the reciprocal of the water with respect to air is equal to sin I by sin R. And the refractive index is for a particular medium. This is the water with respect to air. I have taken two surfaces, water and air. And water with respect to air, this is a constant. So sin I is equal to sin R divided by mu into water with respect to air. So this term is a constant quantity because the absolute refractive index of water. This water with respect to air means this is the absolute any medium, reference any medium with respect to air means this is the absolute refractive index. So this is the absolute refractive index of the water. That is water with respect to air means absolute refractive index of water is a constant. And if we increase the angle of incidence, angle of refraction will increase. If I will increase, R will increase. If gradually angle of incidence in the denser medium will increase, then the angle of refraction in the rarer medium will increase. So, at a particular angle of incidence in the denser medium, for which the angle of refraction in the rare medium is 90 degree. So when the ray of light traveling from denser to rarer, for a particular angle of incidence, if you increase the angle of incidence, the angle of refraction will increase. So at a particular angle of incidence in the denser medium for which the angle of refraction is 90 degree, that angle of incidence in the denser medium is known as the critical angle. R is equal to angle of refraction is pi by 2 or 90 degree. That angle of incidence in the denser medium is known as the critical angle. So, you know that when the ray of light, suppose I have taken water and air, so refractive index of water with respect to air, that is equal to sin I by sin R. I have taken water and air surface. Water is taken as denser and air is taken as rarer. Denser air is related with the velocity, not with the density. That denser air in this case is related to the velocity. So that is equal to sin I, sin C. So angle of incidence in the denser medium, for which the angle of refraction in the rare medium is 90 degree. That angle of incidence in the denser medium, I is equal to C, is known as the critical angle. So that is why R is equal to pi by 2. So that is mu air with respect to water, that is equal to sin C, sin 90 is 1, or reciprocal of the mu water with respect to air is equal to 1 by sin C, that is equal to sin C, or mu water with respect to air is equal to 1 by sin C. So this is the critical angle for water and air surface. So we may write, generally we can write it as mu is equal to 1 by sin C. What mu implies? Mu means Mu means mu denser with respect to the error medium. Mu means refractive index of denser with respect to the error, that is equal to 1 by sin c. This is the critical angle for denser and rarer surface. This is the critical angle for denser rarer surface can be calculated by this. And if the angle of incidence in the denser medium greater than the critical angle, the ray, if we increase the angle of incidence, the angle of refraction will increase. At a particular angle of incidence in the denser medium for which the angle of refraction is 90 degree, that angle of incidence in the denser medium is known as the critical angle. If we further increase the critical angle, further increase the angle of incidence, if we further increase the angle of incidence, then what will happen? The ray of light comes back to the same medium. If the angle of incidence is greater than the critical angle, the ray of light, suppose this is the water and air surface, if the angle of incidence in the denser medium greater than the critical angle, the ray of light retraces to the same medium, comes back to the same medium. And this phenomenon is known as the total internal reflection. This phenomenon is known as the total internal reflection when the angle of incidence in the denser medium greater than the critical angle, the ray comes back to the same medium. This phenomenon is known as the total internal reflection. This can be best understood taking the help of the example of mirrors. Mirror formation is the total internal reflection. And also in optical fiber, the transmission of signals can be taken place by the process of total internal reflection. So in this case, why it is called total internal reflection? Because 100% of intensity of incident gets reflected, no loss of intensity. That is why it is called instead of internal reflection, that is called total internal reflection. Instead of writing in reflection, it is called as the total. 100% of intensity of incident gets reflected, no loss of intensity in this case, where we are using in the optical fibers. And basing upon this critical angle and total internal reflection will solve some problems, numericals, basing upon this critical angle and total internal reflection concepts. Now first question is, basics question we will discuss is basic question, fundamental question of critical angle and total internal reflection. So first question is, the critical angle of incidence in a glass immersed in air is 30 degree. We have given information that first question, glass with respect to air is equal to 1 by sin c. Critical angle is 30 degree. What is the critical angle when it is immersed in a medium? Medium means any water or turpentine, any liquid bed, any medium. It's immersed in, what is the critical angle when it is immersed in medium? Our referred to √2. So first thing, whenever the glass immersed in air, the denser with respect to, I am giving the information, denser with respect to air. Denser is glass, air is air, that is 1 by sin c. That is equal to mu glass with respect to air is equal to 1 by sin 30 is given. That is 1 by 2, that is equal to 2. So what is the critical angle when it is immersed in a medium? So that means we have to calculate the critical angle for glass and medium surface. Glass and medium, pair of surface, we have to calculate the critical angle. Critical angle has to be calculated for pair of surface, pair of the medium. So that is the glass with respect to medium, is the glass with respect to medium is equal to 1 by sin c. So because in this case mu denser with respect to air, because in this case medium refractive index given is √2. √2 is the refractive index of medium. So this is the refractive index, this is the rarer, this is the denser, because glass refractive index is 2 and refractive, according to the question, the refractive medium is √2, so that is why it is denser and it is rarer. So glass with respect to medium, this denser with respect to rarer is equal to mu tensor. I had given the basic concept. Mu means mu tensor with respect to error is equal to 1 by sin c. So mu tensor with respect to error, that is equal to mu glass divided by mu medium is equal to 1 by sin c. We see this. We have to calculate the critical angle for glass and medium surface. So mu glass by medium, mu glass is 2, mu medium is given as root 2, that is equal to 1 by c dash sin c dash. So that is root 2 is equal to 1 by sin c dash, which implies sin c dash is 1 by root 2, that is equal to sin 45 degree. So c dash is equal to 45 degree. So according to the question, mu glass with respect to air is given. The critical angle for a glass and air surface is given 30 degree. And what is the critical angle for glass and medium surface? If the medium having the referent root 2 is given, so in this way we can calculate the critical angle for glass and medium surface, pair of surface. Next question, number 2. Number 2 question is, find the critical angle for a ray of light going from glass to a water. Very fundamental conceptual, very fundamental, basic questions we are discussing. Basic question. Critical angle for glass and water surface. From that giving that according to the question, given that different is glass is 3 by 2 and different water is 4 by 3. You know that, very fundamental. Number 2 question, mu tensor with respect to error is equal to 1 by sin c. Basic concept. Mu is equal to means mu tensor with respect to error. So in this case, mu glass is 3 by 2. Mu water is 4 by 3. So this is 3 by 2 greater than 4 by 3. This is the tensor and this is the error medium. So mu glass with respect to water is equal to 1 by sin. So we have to calculate the critical angle for water glass surface. So that is mu glass by mu water is equal to 1 by sin c. Mu glass is equal to 3 by 2 and mu water is 4 by 3. That is 1 by sin c. That is 9 by 8 is equal to 1 by sin c. So which implies sin c is equal to 8 by 9 and c is equal to sin inverse 8 by 9. Sin inverse 8 by 9. So this is the critical angle for water glass surface. This is the critical angle for water glass surface. So in this case, the ray of light traveling from glass to water. That is why critical angle has to be calculated when the ray of light traveling from denser to rarer. So denser to rarer surface has to be calculated. Next, third question. This is the important question, mostly applied in the optical fiber concepts. This total internal reflection concept can be applied in the optical fiber concept. The basic question is given. Fundamental question is total internal reflection and critical angle is given. A transparent solid sphere, solid cylindrical cylinder rod has a refractive index 2 by root 3. So this is a transparent solid cylindrical. This is a transparent. Light can pass from one end to another end, transparent. And has a refractive index 2 by root 3. It is surrounded by air. This transparent cylinder is surrounded by air. It is surrounded by air. So air is a rare medium. Air is a rare medium in comparison to the glass. A ray of light is incident at the midpoint of the one end of the rod. This ray of light is incident at one end of the rod, making on theta. Question: find the value of theta for which it grazes along the wall of the rod. What is the value of theta for which it grazes on the wall of the rod? How it can be solved? We'll just see. So this is a transparent rod. Light can pass from one end to another end. And if the ray of light is incident making theta, according to the question, is incident at the midpoint making theta with the axis of the rod. And for what value, and its refractive index of glass is given as according to the question 2 by root 3. Transparent solid cylindrical rod. Suppose I have taken as this is as 2 by root 3. Medium. This is I have taken as the glass. Suppose plastic or glass I have taken, it is given that is 2 by root 3. So my intention is to calculate what is the value of theta if the ray of light grazes after, to find the value of theta for it grazes along the wall of the rod. Grazes along the wall of the rod. So you know that whenever the fundamental concept of refraction, you know that whenever the ray of light traveling from a rarer medium to denser medium goes, rarer to denser goes towards the normal. So that means it goes towards the normal. Bend towards the normal. This is the normal. After refraction, this is the normal. After refraction, it grazes on the wall. So this after refraction, when it strikes the wall, after it strikes the wall, it grazes on the wall. Grazes means this is the normal. And this is the, suppose I have taken is the denser medium is taken as, I have taken as the glass, suppose I have taken plastic or glass I have taken. It is refractive index 2 by root 3, and this the ray of light traveling from denser is the denser medium, air is the rare medium. When the ray of light traveling from, you know that when traveling from denser to rarer for a particular angle of incidence, for which angle of refraction R is grazes means R is equal to 90 degree. That means that, and it must be the critical angle. It must be the critical angle. So whenever the ray of light traveling from denser to rarer for a particular angle of incidence, the angular refraction grazes on the wall means the angular refraction is 90 degree, definitely. So definitely its angle of incidence in the denser medium must be critical angle. So first of all, you have to calculate the value of C. You know that this is the air. A rare medium is air. Denser medium is, I have taken is of the glass. Suppose I have taken. So denser to rarer. So refractive index of glass with denser, with mu means mu denser with respect to rarer is equal to 1 by sin C. We have to calculate the value of C. Denser means mu glass with respect to air is equal to 1 by C. Mu glass is air means mu glass with respect, this is the absolute refractive index glass with respect to air, that is equal to 2 by root 3. So that is why that is 1 by sin C. So sin C is equal to root 3 by 2. That is equal to sin 60 degree. So C is equal to 60 degree. This bound to critical angle is bound to be 60 degree. Critical angle is found to be 60 degree. So this is 90. So this is 60. It is found to be 60. So this angle is, angular refraction is found to be 30 degree. This is the incident, this is the refraction. So since this is 30 degree, so apply the Snell's law. So Snell's law, apply the Snell's law. So that is mu air with respect to glass is equal to sin theta divided by sin r. We have to calculate the value of theta. So mu air with respect to glass, that is equal to mu air with respect to glass, when the ray of light traveling from air to glass means mu glass with respect to air, sin I is the I. Is the I means theta means I. In this case, I is equal to sin theta by sin r. That is equal to 2 by root 3 giving, that is equal to sin theta divided by sin 30. R is equal to sin 30. So 2 by root 3 is equal to sin theta is equal to 1 by 2. That is equal to sin theta. 2 to cancel. So sin theta is equal to 1 by root 3. So find the value of theta. So theta is equal to sin inverse 1 by root 3. Theta is sin inverse 1 by 2. So in this case, So when the radius of the wall means R is equal to 90 degree, it must be the critical angle when the ray of light traveling from denser to rarer. If the angle of refraction in the rare medium is 90 degrees, so definitely it must be critical angle. So C is found to be 60 and this is 90, so this is equal to 30, this angle. So you apply the Snell's law. By applying Snell's law, that is equal to, you can find out the sin I by sin R is equal to sin theta. So you can calculate the value of theta. So theta can be calculated is equal to sin inverse 1 by root 3, sin inverse 1 by root 3. So in this way, we can calculate the angle of theta. So if the, my question is, if the angle in this critical angle is greater than the angle of incidence in this, suppose critical angle is found to be 60 degree. If the angle of incidence is greater than the critical angle, then total internal deflection takes place. Just I am giving one example that if the angle of incidence is greater than critical angle, then what will happen? If the angle of incidence is greater than the 60 degree, then the total internal deflection takes place, and which is the basic fundamental principle in which by the process of total internal reflection in optical fiber, the signal can be transmitted from one end to the another end by the process of total internal reflection. If the angle of incidence is greater than 60 degree, by the fundamental principle of total internal reflection, the signal can be transmitted from the one end to another end to the optical fiber. Thank you very much.